such an asshole.
Once again, a reminder, not for my audience, not my core. My core audience have their heads out of their ass. I have to remind everyone that the reason it is $100 million minimum, $100 minimum super chats is not because I actually think I'm going to get $100 minimum super chats and I'm from Winnetka, give me your money. It is because my dad is visiting. I do not have time to handle regular super chats. Please save your regular super chats till next week when I have time to more time to answer them. But if you really want one to come through, all proceeds with $100 minimum super chats. I don't know. Buy my old man dinner or something before he takes off. So let's get to the requests here. Hey, Aaron, I appreciate your content and pass your stuff to my early 20-something sons and nephews to keep up the good work. I am younger 50s and laid off 4 months ago. I have $800,000 in my retirement account and own a home outright. Its value is $150,000. My total debt is $40,000 with a low interest rate. Your debt is a car loan. Come on. I know. They're not all good. My dad and I were talking about that. He's like, what'd you pay for this car? Like $5,000. How many miles? It had 50,000. How'd you get it? I said, it got hail damage. Got it at a salvage yard. I'm not kidding. The reason, one of the main reasons I quote retire early or quasi retired at such an early age and could do what I want is because I didn't buy new cars. But you're doing fine. I never understand the car loan thing. I worked for a scientific-y place for 20 years, divorced 10 years ago, been all over the world, and would love to retire now in Cebu, Philippines. I'm going there, where I can live very well for $2,500 a month. Let me do some math. I was too lazy to do the math before. I can do this real quick. $2,500 a month. Yeah, you could live really well for $2,500 a month in the Philippines. All right, you're so $2,500 a month times 12. That's $30,000 a year, and let's say you got 30 years of life expectancy left. 900,000, right there to the nose, to the penny. Assuming cost of it in living didn't go up in the Philippines, you have exactly the amount of money you need in net worth that without any growth, I'm like, you just take $2,500 a month out. By the time you turn 30 years go by, you'll have $0. And obviously you would invest that money's invested in a 401k. It will grow more over the next 30 years. So you have plenty of money to retire. You could do it. The only real issue is you can't collect until you are 59 and a half at earliest, I believe. Don't quote me on that. You got a couple years here before you can start pulling from that from your 401k. So even with those high standards of living, you could do it. The proposed plan is to peel off half my 401k and open up a 72T IRA where I can make penalty-free SEP withdrawals for the $2,500 a month for the next 8.5 years. You already got a plan until I can access the 401k at 59.5 years old. I was recently offered a hybrid office remote job for $140,000 a year in San Francisco. Thinking about working another 3 years until 55, then withdrawing the 401k rule via Rule 55. Obviously, 72T is more restrictive than Rule 55. And if I worked another 3 years, I would have more flexibility at 55 plus an okay income. I'm watching your wage slave video now, and the idea of going back to corporate America is not attractive whatsoever, especially in San Francisco. You damn right. You goddamn right. Let me do. I wanted to do something here. Cost of living, cities, U.S. I wanted to see what $144,000 would be in San Francisco. I know it doesn't. It sounds like a lot nationally, but it really isn't in San Francisco. I want to see what would that be in. Can I look it up? No, I can't see. I just want a website cost of living adjuster. Hang on. Calculator. Bank rate. All right. Let's look. Moving from. Oh, they're doing it alphabetically by state. Just bear with me. I want to see what it's going to be like in Rapid City because I'm familiar. I could do LA or Los Angeles rather. Rapid City, South Dakota. You're moving to. If you're coming to San Francisco. Oh, California. That starts with a C. Let's scroll back up. San Francisco. Your current income. Let's say you're 140,000. I might have to do the. All right. To maintain your current standard of living in San Francisco, you would need to earn 256,000. Oh my God. Hang on, I did the numbers wrong. Let me go San Francisco. You are moving from. Okay. Let's go San Francisco to Rapid City. Let's see what that is. I'm too lazy to do the math. There it is. San Francisco. And now let's go South Dakota. That's an S. Oh, dude, that's just the income. You'd have to deal with such fucking loser human beings. Okay, let's go there. What was that? Refresh listing. All right, so translated to America in American dollars, that's like making 76,000. It's literally half. So you're only making in purchasing power, you're only making $76,000 to live in San Francisco. It sounds like you have a lot of years experience. I can't imagine that'd be worth your. I gotta close out all this. Let's close out all this. I can't imagine that'd be worth it. Continuing on. Additionally, I'm dating a beautiful 20-some-year-old Filipina gal out there. It would be great to see her more often. I normally get out there 4 times a year for 3 weeks a pop. Been dating her for a year, but the dating options in Southeast Asia are unlimited, so moving there is super attractive for many reasons. So you're not going to get married, okay? Right? You're not going to do that again. We learned our lesson. Any advice on my situation? Do I stick it out 3 more years in corporate America where I have more flexibility with my retirement money and have good flight benefits working before I retire, or pull the trigger, retire now, and no more meetings and no more Karens and no more bullshit? Appreciate your advice. And I keep you anonymous. I said, can you find any part-time remote work? And how old were your parents before they passed away? I just want to see how long you plan on living. Parents are still alive, 79 and 75. Longevity for males in my family goes 80, 85. Will someone make it to the 90s? Okay, now, if you didn't tap your IRA, 401k rather, and you let it grow, you should still be okay here. Do you really need $2,500 a month to live in the Philippines? Can't you get by on a little less than that? You're still pretty good, especially if you're to liquidate your house, toss it in an average earning fund, blah, blah, blah. But you're no longer green lining it. You're very, very lightly yellow lining it. Now, what if you live to 95? Now you got issues. Part-time work, yes, I could find remote work online and considered starting in a consulting LLC. It would take some time to get going. I prefer to stay retired, however, blah, 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 blah. Do you have any recommendation for remote online gig? No, I don't. I do not tell people what to do for business. You go set that up yourself. And dude, look, I want to start a business, bro. No. Can you find contract work that pays? You don't have time. Like, well, it's going to take a while to get up and running. Don't do the middle-aged guy with the white hair shit. Oh, I was going to set up a consult. No. You don't. Can you find contract work? Can you just work part-time remote? Can you find someone to give you money now? Have you contacted a recruiter? That would be the first step I would do, is go contact, because you don't need that much. All right, so let me answer your question real quick. Absolutely fuck no to California. Fuck those people. Let them fucking go and squeeze production out of whatever degenerate pieces of shit live there. Fuck that. I wouldn't go to No, absolutely not for 76 grand American dollars. All right, so no. 2, I'd go find some remote contract work if you can now. And that means maybe go talk to a recruiter. You don't have 3-4 years to set up some consulting business, spending money on average. No. You either have it or you don't right now. So I would go contact recruiters. I go find some remote work that you can do. And that, if you find remote work, and okay, in the Philippines, put your house on the market and go to the Philippines, man. You don't need that much. Really to push you over that edge to get you so that things work out. Assuming not going on in the Philippines, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. It's feasible what you're looking at. But it would really help one of two things. You either work here some more and you postpone retirement, and then go to the Philippines. You're looking at 3 years. Yeah, that's good. Wait until you're 59 and a half more. But if you get some part-time work out in the Philippines, even if it was $1,000 a month, and you kept working that would really shore up your finance a lot. And what I would do now is start looking for part-time remote work through some recruiters, or maybe you got some you could start doing some remote work. That would be the ideal situation, because then you could go today. Well, I mean, get the most you can for your house. You're not in that much of a rush. So there's that. 2 of my parents, so they're still alive. Sure, the blind spots to my plan. Not a ton of blind spots. Your blind spot, I'll just set up a consulting business. No. So what I would do is I would still work here in the United States, whatever job you can get. Let me take that back. Not whatever job you could get. Work here in the United States. I think your idea is 3 years is pretty good. If you make more money, you don't have to work 3 years. But if you're not making as much, I would just, if you can handle it a little bit more, finding some job that isn't a royal pain in the ass and isn't in California, just stick it out here a little bit more, make some more money. So it's not even so you don't withdraw money from your retirement accounts. So you keep putting more money in, which over 30 years of exponential growth, it's going to really shore up your finances later on in life. And just, 3, 4, 5 years maybe at a job you don't hate, and then get out to the Philippines if you want. But that's what I would do. But like I said, if you could find remote work, even if it's just part-time, let's say you're bringing in $2,000 a month. What are you going to do in the Philippines? Eat food all day and have sex with pretty young girls in their 20s? Well, okay. But inevitably, you're going to want to do a little bit of something. You're a pretty young guy, too. You're not even late 50s. So I'd imagine you're going to have something to do. I'd be making great efforts and strides to find remote work, even if it's part-time, even if it's contract. Okay, fine. Set up an LLC so you could run your expenses and your revenues through that company. I'd be not only working, if you get a regular job for the next 3 years, I'd be setting up some online business, some online revenue, remote work, contract work. So fine, you work your 3 years, you put your 2 weeks in. I'm off to the Philippines. Thank you for the opportunity. Maybe you got a little bit of a portfolio of clients. Now you're overseas. Now you got a little business. You got something to do, make a little bit of money. You won't even, maybe you don't even have to pull from your create the 72T or whatever the hell you're calling it. And then when you're 59 and a half, then withdraw. Then you have to do any of this hanky panky shenanigans with your IRA. And then you got something to do that isn't just pure hedonism overseas. But yeah, you're 98% there. I would want to have a little bit more money and postpone your retirement just a little bit more. But yeah, you saved your money, man. And you saved it after a divorce too. So that's pretty good. But you got my blessing. All right, that's it. I don't know what I got linked below. I got something linked below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.